Many people struggle with managing money not because they lack knowledge, but because they subconsciously believe they don't deserve financial success. This feeling of unworthiness often stems from deep-rooted emotional beliefs formed in childhood or shaped by past failures. Your relationship with money is rarely about numbers, it's about identity. If you grew up hearing that rich people are greedy or that money is the root of all evil, you may have internalized the belief that becoming wealthy makes you a bad person. Such beliefs create internal conflict. On the one hand, you may want to earn more, save more, and live better. On the other hand, guilt, fear, or shame holds you back from actually taking those steps. This disconnect can lead to self-sabotage. If you constantly sabotage your financial goals, like overspending right after payday, or avoiding opportunities to earn more, it might be your mind's way of keeping you in a place that feels emotionally familiar, even if it's not financially healthy. Self-worth plays a huge role in how we attract, manage, and hold onto money. When you value yourself, you believe you're worthy of abundance, and you make decisions that support that belief. When you don't, money seems to slip through your fingers. This is why two people with the same income can live drastically different financial lives. One builds wealth and security, the other ends up in debt and anxiety. The difference lies not in their earnings, but in their mindset. To break free from this mental trap, you need to first become aware of your limiting beliefs. Start by asking yourself, what messages about money did I absorb growing up? How did my family view wealth and success? Often, these beliefs are so embedded that we don't even recognize them as beliefs. We think they're facts. For example, thinking rich people are selfish may feel like an observation, but it's actually a belief, and beliefs can be changed. Affirmations, journaling, and therapy can help you rewire your money mindset. The goal is to replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones like I deserve to be financially secure, or it's okay for me to want more. Your external wealth will always reflect your internal worth. When you truly believe you are enough, that belief will guide your actions, decisions, and financial future. Real change begins inside. One of the main reasons people feel undeserving of wealth is because they equate money with morality. They believe that having too much money makes them greedy or arrogant. This false association keeps them from accumulating wealth. In reality, money is just a tool. It's neither good nor bad, it simply amplifies who you already are. A kind person with money can do immense good. A selfish person will do harm regardless of their bank balance. When you reject money, you may think you're being noble, but you're often just avoiding responsibility. Managing wealth takes maturity and discipline, two traits we should aspire to, not run from. Many of us unconsciously copy the money habits of our parents or caregivers. If your parents always struggled financially, or viewed rich people with suspicion, you might have inherited those attitudes. It's important to recognize that your financial identity is not fixed. Just because you grew up poor or made bad choices in the past doesn't mean you're doomed to stay that way. Change is always possible. Start by identifying the language you use around money. Do you say things like "I'm broke," "I can't afford that," or "money doesn't grow on trees"? These phrases reinforce scarcity and limit your growth. Replace these with empowering statements. Say, "I'm learning to manage my money better," or "I'm working on increasing my income." Your words shape your mindset, and your mindset shapes your reality. Another trap is comparing yourself to others. When you see someone your age buying a house or traveling the world, it's easy to feel like a failure. But comparison kills confidence and joy. Instead of comparison, choose inspiration. Let other people's success be proof that it's possible, not evidence that you're behind. Use their journey as motivation to fuel your own. You are not defined by your bank account. You are defined by your values, your character, and your potential. Money is a resource, and when you believe you're worthy of it, you'll start using it wisely. Healing your money mindset starts with self-compassion. You have to forgive yourself for past mistakes, overspending, ignoring bills, or avoiding budgeting. Everyone has financial regrets. Let them go. Self-forgiveness isn't about ignoring the consequences. It's about choosing growth over guilt. When you release shame, you create mental space to learn, plan, and improve. That's where real change begins. Money trauma is real. For some, growing up in poverty or surviving economic crises leaves emotional scars. These experiences can trigger anxiety or avoidance behaviors around money. You might feel unsafe saving money or feel compelled to spend it quickly because you subconsciously expect it to disappear. This behavior is rooted in survival patterns, not laziness or irresponsibility. To overcome money trauma, you must first validate your experience. Say to yourself, "What I went through was real, and it affected me. But I am choosing to heal and grow now." Acknowledge the pain to move beyond it. Therapists, coaches, and support groups can help you unpack money-related emotions. You don't have to do this work alone. Healing happens faster when you feel seen, heard, and supported. Practicing gratitude is another powerful tool to rewire your relationship with money. Focusing on what you already have reduces fear and builds abundance. Gratitude shifts your attention from lack to possibility. Even small wins like paying off a small debt or sticking to your budget for a week deserve celebration. When you acknowledge progress, your brain learns to associate money with success and joy, not stress. Your worth is not tied to your productivity. You deserve rest, joy, and abundance even if you're not constantly hustling. Separating your value from your output is essential for a healthy financial identity. Abundance starts in your mind. When you believe that life can be full, your actions align with that belief. You save, invest, give generously, and plan wisely, not out of fear, but from a place of confidence and worth. A big part of financial healing is rewriting your internal script, the story you tell yourself about money. If your inner voice says, "I'll never be rich," or "I'm not good with money," that script needs editing. Try speaking to yourself the way you would to a close friend. You wouldn't tell your friend they're hopeless or doomed, so why say it to yourself? Practice kind, supportive, and empowering self-talk. Another major block to receiving money is fear of visibility. Some people subconsciously avoid financial success because they're afraid of attention, judgment, or responsibility that might follow. This fear is often rooted in childhood. Maybe you were told not to show off, or you saw someone criticized for being wealthy. These memories can cause you to hide your talents or reject success. But here's the truth: you are allowed to be seen. You're allowed to thrive. Your success doesn't diminish others, it gives them permission to rise too. When you shine, you light the way for others. There's a big difference between selfishness and self-worth. Wanting to be wealthy doesn't make you greedy. It means you value yourself enough to want security, freedom, and comfort. The more you believe in your worth, the easier it becomes to make wise money decisions. You start choosing investments over impulse buys, long-term gains over instant gratification. People with high self-worth don't chase money, they attract it. They operate from a mindset of value, not desperation. That's the energy that draws opportunity, collaboration, and abundance. So take time to reflect. What do you truly believe you deserve? What kind of life are you subconsciously allowing or rejecting? Your financial reality will always mirror your sense of worth. And remember, you can rewrite that belief at any time. You're not stuck with the story you were handed as a child. You have the power to choose a new narrative, one where you are worthy, capable, and ready. One of the most practical ways to boost your sense of worth is through daily habits. Small, consistent actions like tracking expenses, saving a percentage of income, or learning about investing build self-trust. These habits are proof to your subconscious that you care about yourself. Each time you make a financially healthy choice, you're reinforcing the message I'm worth taking care of. Boundaries also reflect self-worth. Saying no to unnecessary spending, toxic financial obligations, or helping others at your own expense shows you respect your time, energy, and resources. Financial boundaries protect your progress. You don't have to justify your choices to everyone. You are allowed to save, invest, and prioritize your future even if others don't understand. Journaling is another powerful tool. Writing about your fears, beliefs, and goals around money helps you uncover patterns and break limiting cycles. Awareness is the first step to change. You might discover that your money blocks aren't even yours, they were inherited from family, culture, or past relationships. Naming these influences gives you power to release them. Affirmations may feel silly at first, but they rewire your brain. Repeating phrases like "I deserve financial freedom" or "I am open to receiving wealth" slowly shifts your mindset from scarcity to worthiness. Visualization is another powerful ally. Close your eyes and imagine the version of you who feels worthy and wealthy. What do they look like? How do they talk, walk, or spend? Step into that identity. This is not fake it till you make it. It's embodying the truth that already lives inside you. The more you act like someone who values themselves, the more your external reality will reflect that. Financial transformation is not just about strategy, it's about identity. When you become someone who believes they deserve wealth, every decision starts to align with that belief. That's when everything changes. As your mindset shifts, so will your habits. You'll stop sabotaging yourself with poor choices and start building a future from a place of confidence, clarity, and calm. You'll notice you no longer tolerate financial chaos. You'll want order. You'll crave goals, plans, and accountability. That's the natural outcome of seeing yourself as someone who matters. The journey isn't always smooth. Doubt will creep in. Old stories may return. But the difference now is that you have tools. You have awareness. And most importantly, you have choice. Every time you choose worthiness over fear, you change your trajectory. Every dollar saved, every smart decision, every time you say no to what drains you, it all adds up. And it's not just about you. When you heal your relationship with money, you influence your family, your children, and your community. You break cycles and set new standards. You become an example of what's possible. You prove that self-worth and financial well-being can go hand in hand. And that gives others permission to believe in themselves too. So don't wait for the world to tell you you're enough. Decide that you are. Don't wait for wealth to feel worthy now, and wealth will follow. Money doesn't define your worth, but it does respond to it. When you act from a place of deep self-respect, your financial world begins to reflect that respect back to you. You deserve peace. You deserve options. You deserve a life that reflects your values, dreams, and potential. No more settling. No more scarcity. It's time to rise. If this message spoke to you, let us know by liking this video, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel. Your voice matters, and your journey is just beginning.